I never imagined betrayal could be so audacious, and that confronting it could lead to a chain of events I could never have predicted. But that's exactly what happened when I discovered my wife cheating, and how my actions set off consequences that stunned everyone involved. This is my story: how heartbreak, betrayal, and unexpected outcomes intersected in a way I will never forget. My name is Zain. I had been married to my wife, Ayesha, for 9 years. On the surface, everything looked perfect: a happy home, a stable life, and a marriage I believed was built on mutual respect and trust. I trusted her completely, believing that our bond would withstand any challenge. The first signs of trouble were subtle. Ayesha began spending late nights at work, became secretive with her phone, and grew unusually defensive when I asked simple questions. At first, I dismissed it, thinking it was stress or work pressure, but an uneasy feeling grew stronger every day. One evening, I decided to follow her. What I discovered left me shocked and heartbroken. She was meeting a man in a secluded location, someone I had considered a family friend, and whose presence I never imagined in this scenario. The betrayal was undeniable, blatant, and devastating. I confronted her immediately, but her arrogance was astonishing. Instead of remorse, I was met with lies, excuses, and dismissive behavior. Overwhelmed with a mix of anger, heartbreak, and disbelief, I made a decision that would change everything. I vanished. I left our home, blocked communication, and disappeared entirely. I needed space to think, to strategize, and to reclaim my life without letting her manipulation dictate my actions. 2 days later, the affair partner was found in a shocking condition, injured, humiliated, and facing the consequences of the reckless choices they had made. While I had not physically harmed anyone, my disappearance and the evidence I left behind forced a reckoning. Their secret world collapsed under exposure, proving that betrayal often carries consequences far beyond what anyone anticipates. Emotionally, the experience was intense. Nights were filled with grief, anger, and disbelief. I had loved and trusted someone completely, only to have that trust shattered in the most audacious way. Yet, disappearing allowed me to regain control over my life, set boundaries, and avoid further entanglement in deceit and manipulation. I filed for divorce soon after, armed with evidence of her infidelity and the network of deception she had created. The legal process moved decisively, ensuring that she faced consequences for her actions, including the impact on shared assets and any attempt to manipulate custody or financial claims. Socially, the fallout was significant. Friends, family, and acquaintances learned of her betrayal, and her credibility suffered. The man involved also faced scrutiny and accountability, exposing the full scope of the deception and forcing recognition of the consequences. Months later, I reflected on the lessons learned. Betrayal is often audacious, shocking, and painful, but maintaining clarity, evidence, and decisive action allows you to reclaim control. Disappearing, in my case, was not revenge. It was a way to assert boundaries and protect my dignity. The hardest lesson I learned is this: trust, once broken, requires decisive action to protect yourself and your life. Betrayal carries consequences beyond emotion. It can impact social, legal, and personal spheres. Handling it strategically restores power and ensures accountability. Ayesha's infidelity and the subsequent consequences for her affair partner destroyed trust, credibility, and relationships. I vanished, ensured legal and personal boundaries were enforced, and moved forward with my life. And in the aftermath, the strongest form of justice I discovered was peace, dignity, and control. Husband caught wife cheating and vanished. 2 days later, the affair partner was found in shocking condition, and in the aftermath, accountability, truth, and personal freedom prevailed.